Hi everybody, and welcome back. So this is the fun nail art design that we will be working on today. Glittery pumpkins, just in time for Thanksgiving. If you want to see how we did it, please stay tuned. We already have our nail primed and one coat of the base coat applied. Now we're going to go in with 2 coats of the Espresso bean. We're going to start this nail off with 2 coats of our white lily. Now when we are using regular polish along with gel polish for a jelly sandwich, it's really important after you get your 2 coats cured that before you do anything else you go ahead and remove the moisture layer, because that's going to help the regular polish to stick better without slipping off. You are going to get some color on to your lint-free wipe, and that's okay. It's just coming off with the moisture layer. It will dull your color, of course, but it's not going to remove it completely. And now that's going to give us a nice solid base to work with when applying our regular polish. Over the Espresso bean, we're going to go in with 2 generous coats of our glitter polish. On our plate, we've already laid out our acrylic paints, and we're just going to begin going in with a nail art brush to apply some of that orange right to the top of our white lily. We're going to let it dry really well, and you can tell acrylic paint is dry whenever it looks matte. Once that surface becomes mattified and we know that it's dry, then we're going to go in with a 2nd coat of our orange before we continue drawing our pumpkin. Now we've taken a little bit of our brown mixed with a little bit of our orange, and we're going to begin to draw on just the shading that would make it look like the ridges of a pumpkin. And we want our center to be about right here, so it's kind of like you're looking at the top view of a pumpkin. Okay, now we want to go up towards the top of the pumpkin, and we just want to draw in our stem, so it's going to be a little fatter, just kind of short and stumpy. Now you can actually make this a darker brown than the rest if you would like to. It's just up to you. Now at the base of our little stump right there, we want to draw us on a single leaf. You could either leave your pumpkin just hand drawn. I'm going to choose to embellish mine with some rhinestones, and I'm going to start applying the rhinestones to the leaf first and the stem, and then I will work around those 2 elements to do the pumpkin. Now we want to go back over the top of all of these jewels with our Sèche Vite to make sure they're good and locked in there. If you apply these right and take your time, these jewels will last you at least a week, sometimes 2 with this Sèche Vite. So just take your time. Make sure that they're all sealed in there, capping the tip as well. Once we have allowed our regular polish to dry completely, then it is safe to begin to go over the top of it with your clear gel top coat. Now the key to this working is to make sure that regular polish is completely dry. So a lot of the times I will let mine set for usually an hour, sometimes a little bit longer, just depending on how thick of polish that I have used. But if you don't let it dry completely, then as soon as we put this in our lamp to cure it, the polish that's underneath there will begin to bubble up as the gel sets and shrinks a little bit. It will cause some bubbling and some wrinkling. So just make sure if you're doing a jelly sandwich and using some regular polish in conjunction with your gel that it is completely dry before you begin the next step. Now all we have to do is cure for 30 seconds and we're done. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.